welcome back to our channel. Okay, so today I have for you guys a story time. I don't know why I haven't done this story. So it's more of a serious topic. It's not like a funny or like it's a little bit scary. This goes back a couple years, about 4 to 5 years I believe, and it was Christmas, so which is why I want to make it around this time. For Christmas, for that specific Christmas, I decided to spend time with my aunt. We typically went over there, just the family would always hang out there and have fun and, you know, have tamales and ponche and champurrado and just enjoy, you know, with enjoy time with the family. We had piñatas. It was so much fun. I remember. Currently we don't really go that often. I went this year, but I've skipped a couple years. So it was Christmas Day, and it was the day after actually Christmas, and we didn't have a ride home, so the person I went to that Christmas party or reunion had to call someone to come pick us up. I don't have the best relationship with the other person who was at the party with me called. So let's give them names. The person that was at the party, let's call her, give me a name. It doesn't matter for a girl or a boy, whichever you want. Okay, a girl? Okay, give me a name. Sun? Okay. And now give me another name.
Boy. Fun.
Fun? Interesting names. Okay, so Sun is gonna be the person I took to the party, and then Fun, you said? Fun is gonna be, I think she thinks that we need to rhyme them, and then Fun is gonna be the person who picked us up. Okay, so Sun was with me at the party, right? So Sun called Fun to come pick us up, and I was totally fine, you know. I wanted to get home, so I didn't mind. We were putting everything in the car, you know, the gifts, the food and everything, and my aunt wanted to give us a pot of ponche, and she told me to go sit behind Fun, which was the driver. And I didn't have the best relationship with Fun, so I was like, no, I don't want to sit behind him, like that's too close, you know, being a little brat. It was a couple years ago too. It was like 4 to 5 years ago. I was already old, you know, like teenager, but it's just, you know, my mentality was that I didn't want to sit next to that person, I didn't want to be near them, I didn't like them, so that was that. And I was like, no, Tia, I don't want to sit there. I want to sit behind the passenger, which was Sun. I want to sit there. And there was no reason why she wanted to put the ponche there. She just was really insistent. She's like, I want it here. Because she could have easily said, okay, just sit there and I'll put the ponche on the side of Fun, which was the driver. But she didn't say that. She's like, no, you're going to go sit over there and I'm going to put the ponche on this side behind the passenger. It was a 5-seater car. And we drove off. There were only 3 people in the car. It was Fun, the driver, Sun, the passenger, and me, the passenger in the back. So we were about 3 to 4 streets or blocks from our initial destination, and the driver, Fun, crosses the red light. He crosses the red light and we get hit on the right side. And by the right side, I mean the side of the passenger. But we get hit specifically towards the back. So where I was supposed to be sitting, where the most impact and where the most damage was done. The door completely dented inward, and yeah, there was a lot of damage to that side of the vehicle. What I remember, I was on my phone, and all of a sudden, I felt the impact of the crash, and the car spun. It didn't flip, but it spun like 2 or 3 times. So we were going straight, and because we got hit on this side, okay, let's say you're the car, we're going straight, and because the car hit us on this side right here, the car spun and it went in circles twice, and we ended up like this. So we were initially going straight, but it turned, and we ended up like this on another street. And like I said, I was on my phone. I didn't really like realize the impact right away. Like I didn't realize, okay, we just got hit, we're turning, you know, because everything happened so fast. Thank you, Mama. Everything happened so fast, and when the car stopped, I just remember like kind of we have a lemon tree that tends to do that. when the car stopped, I kind of just snapped back in, and I'm like, oh my god, we just got into a car accident, we just got hit. And I was like, where's my phone, where's my phone? So son, the passenger, was like, call your uncle, call your uncle. And I was like, I can't find my phone, like I can't find it, I can't find my phone. And I think my phone rang or something. I guess my phone lit up, and my phone was behind me, like where the window in the back of the car. So because of the impact, I had my phone like this, and I guess the impact
Created this effect.
I ended up throwing the phone behind me, which is why I couldn't find it, because I was looking around me. So that just shows how impactful and how fast things can happen. Literally, like, my phone got out of my hands, it flew behind me in like a matter of seconds. What I remember next was that we got out of the car, I undid my seatbelt. I did have some like pain in my chest, but it was because of the seatbelt, because of the impact. It was so strong that the seatbelt held me in, but it also bruised me. The next day I did wake up with bruises on my chest. So what I remember that happened next was that we got out of the vehicle with Sun and Fun. We got out, and I don't remember exactly what happened when we got out, but I do remember when my aunt was there already and she was hugging me. I was so scared, I was crying, I was like, oh my god, like what happened? And I don't think it's the realization that you got into a car accident, it's more of like you were kind of like scared, like I don't even know how to explain it, but at the moment you don't really think we just got hit, we crossed the red light, like it doesn't come to you, you're just like panic, like you're in fear, you're scared. And I remember crying to my aunt, and the cops show up, and right before the cops showed up, the people in the other car, I remember it was a couple, and I think it was like a Dodge Charger or a Challenger, I don't know, it was a big wide car. As you can see, I'm not good with cars, but it's not like a regular small like Honda or Toyota. It was like a Charger, Challenger, a bigger car. And I don't know if I'm just making this up, but I remember the lady coming out and saying, you guys are not going to be able to pay for this, you guys can't afford this. And I was like, I didn't even have time to argue with her, especially you're going to steal my video, everyone's going to look at you. It's okay, you can steal the show. So yeah, I remember her saying like, you guys won't be able to afford this car, it's a new car and this and that. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't argue with her. Now I probably would have, because you're literally caring about a car when a lot of people could have gotten hurt in that accident, especially crossing a red light. Like my driver and the other driver are probably going like at the speed limit, which is pretty fast when you think of two cars hitting each other, and it could have been so much worse. So I also remember that they did have a child in the car, and it looked like they were in a car seat, so which is why the cops went over to them and made sure they were okay, which is totally fine. You know, if there's a baby involved, go to them first, because they probably need the most help, or they need to be looked at before anyone else.
Just to add, everyone was
That's
okay,
totally
the baby
fine.
was okay.
I don't remember talking to the cops at all, but Fun, the driver, had to take a test, the DUI test. I don't know what you call it, I'll insert it here, I don't know what that's called, but to see if you're drunk or under the influence of any alcohol, or if you're over the alcohol limit to be able to drive. So Fun takes the test, Fun doesn't pass the test, and Fun is taken to jail. We get into my uncle's car and we drive home. Son and I are in my uncle's car getting home, and this was literally like 3 or 4 blocks away from my uncle's house, so we actually had to drive a couple minutes to go home because we were far away. So I get home, I call my brothers, I let them know, you know, this happened, and they're like, oh my god, are you guys okay? We're like, yeah, we're fine, we're just scared, you know. And Son was like, here, eat some bread for the susto, for the scare that you got, because in our culture it's like, if you get scared, drink some Coke, drink some bread, eat some bread. So I don't know what that does, but they say do that. So we were sitting there late at night eating some bread, crying, like trying, you know, like we just got scared out of our minds with this car accident. And later, Sun tells me that she smelled alcohol on Fun before we got in the car, but she thought that he was fine. She thought that we would get home safe, so she allowed us to get in the car. And that really pisses me off, because if Sun smelled any kind of alcohol on Fun, we shouldn't have gotten into the car. We should have had called a taxi, a Lyft, an Uber. We should have stayed home in my aunt's house. There's so many alternatives than to have gotten into that car, because like I said, it could have been so much worse. It could have been so much worse. It could have been a truck, it could have been a semi, it could have been anything. It could have been so much worse. We could have hurt the other people in the other car. We could have killed that child in that car seat because of the impact. And it's really upsetting, because that's such like an irresponsible decision to make. And I was really upset at that. I held a lot of resentment towards that person, because you put my life in danger. And I'm sorry, but I love my life. I want to live. I have a lot of things to do, so the fact that that was done was really upsetting. So yeah, after that, because I took public transportation to go to school, I was really traumatized after. I was really afraid to ride on the bus and like close my eyes, because I felt like right away a car was gonna hit us. And even if I was awake, I was constantly looking around, like pretending to be the driver, like, okay, hold on, you can't go yet, okay, now go, okay, wait, slow down. Like, I was really like traumatized and aware of my surroundings. So it definitely impacted my life for the next couple of years. Actually, maybe for like 2 to 3 years, I was really fearful of sitting in the window seat of the bus, because it felt so much like I was like in the street, or I was closer to danger to the street. And I remember once I was trying to fall asleep on the window, towards the window seat, and I put my head down and I closed my eyes, and I woke up like so scared. I was like, oh my god, like I looked behind me to make sure a car wasn't coming and was gonna hit us from that side. So yeah, it definitely traumatized me a bit. But I was really extra careful, extra cautious, and I still am to this day. I look twice when I'm crossing the street. Although I might have the right of way, I still need to look. I still need to double check and make sure that the coast is clear and that I can cross, because it's dangerous. But yeah, guys, that's what happened. And yeah, like I said, I'm very cautious till this day. And also to this day, my aunt pretty much saved my life, because like I said, the side that got the most impact was the side that I usually sit in. And if I wouldn't have like broken everything on my right side, I could have been paralyzed. I could have been seriously injured. I could have like hurt my spine or my neck, or like a vital organ or a vital nerve, and it would have been really bad, guys. So if it wasn't for my aunt really insisting to put the olla of ponche on the right side of the car, I would have been sitting there. It would have been me. It would have been directly me. The impact would have been on my right side, because that's where I sit, behind the passenger. So yeah, guys, that is it for this video. This is my story time about the time that I was in a car accident during Christmas a couple years ago. So yeah, I'm surprised I haven't told this story, but I hope you guys enjoyed it and were interested in what I had to say. And my message is just to be careful, whether you're a driver, a pedestrian. Do not text and drive, please. Do not drink and drive. There's so many other ways to get home. If you're gonna drink, don't even have your keys with you, your car keys. Don't even have that temptation of, oh, it's just around the corner, oh, you know, I'm not that drunk. There's no such thing as that drunk. Once you have liquor in your body, you should not drive. You should not drive. And if you don't care about others, at least care about yourself. And if you don't care about yourself, care about others. Like, you're endangering your life and others' lives in the road. So really, do not drink and drive. Do not do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth letting your family know that you're, you know, dead now because you decided to take a couple of shots and drive home, or that you killed a family because you thought it was okay to drive drunk. So yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Again, like I said, I love making these videos. I love talking about my life experiences. I definitely have other stories that I want to share with you guys in the future, and other videos I want to make. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys until next time. Bye guys. Ready? We're gonna go like this to the camera, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bye.